know, I was at the Museum of Modern Art the other day, and I was looking at this piece, and I turned to the attendant and I said, "This must be one of those ridiculous, hideous-looking pieces that you refer to as modern art, right?" And she looked at me and she said, "No, sir, that's what we call a mirror." Well, we can't all be artists, but we certainly can appreciate art. And one of the opportunities that we have each year here in Polk County is Mid-Florida Mayfair by the Lake. Now, if you haven't had a chance to go out to this, it is spectacular. And here today in the studio to talk to us about this year's event is Brenda Friedman and Maya Beck. Now, tell me a little bit about the Mid-Florida Mayfair by the Lake.
It is an outdoor art festival. This is our 43rd year. It takes place in downtown Lakeland around Lake Morton, and then we have 155 artists who come and display their works. We have food vendors. We have area for children to come and do their own little art projects. We have live music, and then Mayfair Saturday night.
You guys know how to get it done.
We have it down to a science.
Yes.
This is our 43rd year of doing Mayfair. And it's a fun time. It's a free outdoor event for the community to come and talk to the artists and just learn a little bit. And if they want to purchase something for Mother's Day, which is on Sunday, they can do that too.
And you know, it's interesting because when we think of art, you know, a lot of times we're thinking, you know, especially with the museum, we think, oh, okay, well, here's a painting, here's a sculpture, here's a piece, but there's a lot of kind of arts and craft type stuff at Mayfair by the Lake, right?
Yes, we have fine arts and fine crafts. We have clay, watercolor, drawing and graphics, oil and acrylic, wood. What am I forgetting?
There's a lot. There's
Well,
something for
I've even
everyone.
seen like glass works and things like that, and it just, you know, is amazing. And the great thing, the great opportunity is that a lot of this stuff is for sale.
Oh, well, all of it is for sale.
Oh, it's all for sale.
Yes.
Well, you know, I've been to the Mid-Florida Mayfair by the Lake several times, and I always think, you know, we're walking around. It's hot, you know. It's May in Florida. It's going to be warm, but the nice thing is that you guys have some places of reprieve. You know, you've got the tents and things like that. Tell me a little bit about some of the things that are available for people as they go out and shop around and look at all the wonderful talent.
We have a AC tent that'll be located on the south side of Lake Morton. So it's just a cooled, air-conditioned tent for people to go in, which is very, very nice.
Yeah.
And then we have 3 misters that are going to be located around the lake, and people can just pop in there and get a little cool breeze and continue on their way.
We also have shuttles, we call them Mayferries, that take people around the lake. So if you get on the north side of the lake and you parked on the south side, you just get on the shuttle. It's all free, and that runs continuously throughout the show.
Now, there's the crazy thing is you know, you've got, I think you mentioned about 150 vendors this year, correct?
155 artists.
But there are thousands of people that just flock into this show, and it's just a great time, and the shuttles make it so much easier because it's tough to find parking anywhere near.
Well, actually, it's not.
Well, there you go.
We figured it
I
out.
stand corrected.
There's parking available at Florida Southern College,
Okay.
the corner of Johnson and Frank Lloyd Wright Way.
So up on top of the hill then, just...
Yes, just across the street from the new Usonian House.
Okay.
And then we have shuttles that run continuously throughout the festival to bring people right down to the lake.
Makes it so easy.
It is. It's and it's easy to get in and out there. And there are a lot of people. We get about 68,000 over the weekend. Wow. But because it's all open and outdoors, and you're on Lake Morton, it's not as though you're in a big mass crowd of people.
It's not crowded. It's just a full event.
Yes.
You know, you feel like you're part of something big when you head down to Mayfair by the Lake.
And you are.
Yes, absolutely. Now, tell us a little bit about, you know, because you've got some different things like you had mentioned going on. Give us a little more details about some of the events surrounding Mid-Florida Mayfair.
Well, the main thing, I guess, is the art festival on Lake Morton, and then Mayfair Saturday night is our event that happens after the closing of the festival on Saturday.
So the evening thing you had mentioned, there was some entertainment and things like that. Tell me a little bit about it.
Why don't you take that? We've got the band.
Sure. Yeah, it starts at 5:30, approximately 5:30, around Lake Mirror Promenade, and you can bring a picnic blanket and have food and drinks and enjoy the beautiful evening. And the run starts at 7, and that's put on by the Lakeland Runners Club, and they have about, I think, 1,200 runners.
Right. That's
I think last year, yeah, I mean, there's quite a few. And lots of families and kids, and it's just a great time to hang out and relax. And we have a band from the Orlando area called Empire, and they're a cover band, and they play dance music, and people will get up and dance like they did last year on the promenade, and it's just a lot of fun. 9 o'clock, I think, is fireworks.
Now, obviously, we're getting close to the event. Are there still volunteer opportunities? Are you taking volunteers for next year? How's that work out?
People who are interested in volunteering, and we have a lot. We have about 200 volunteers every year.
Wow.
But if people are interested, they can go to our website at Mayfair at polkmuseumofart.org/Mayfair, or email us at mayfair@polkmuseumofart.org, and just let us know that you're interested.
I know sometimes when it starts getting close, you're kind of, getting everything tied up, or, everything finished up. But, well, that's great that there's still some opportunities available. Now, what about cost? I mean, is there a cost to this at all?
There's no cost for anything whatsoever. You mentioned before, you asked us about the art being for sale, and I said it's all for sale, but you don't have to come to buy the art. You can still come and enjoy the art, meet with the artists, figure out how they do it.
It's really like a giant museum, isn't it? I mean, you get to see so many varieties of talent, whether it be through the fine crafts or whether it's, like you said, wood art or painting or sketching. I mean, so many different varieties.
Well, our executive director, Dan Stetson, who used to be our executive director, used to say it's 155 one-man shows. So that's kind of what it is.
Yeah.
But because it's in the venue that it is, you get to meet the artist and talk with them and see what they do. And if you don't like this one, well, you may not. You may like the next one.
Well, and that's kind of what's interesting about with the Museum of Art. If you go in. You've got folks there that can help explain what the art is, that can kind of tell you what these things are. But it's a lot different when you've got the artist standing right there telling you this was my inspiration for it, or this is how I came about this piece. It kind of gives a unique spin on it.
It does. It does. It makes it more fun, more interesting.
Very good.
The museum is also open for the weekend, so you can go in there and see the exhibits that are in there. And there is a new exhibit about skateboards, so it's kind of nice for the kids. It's called All Decked Out, and it's all about skateboarding, and it's very fascinating.
Speaking of the museum, tell me a little bit about the museum. Like what are the hours of operation there? Because I know that at one point you guys did some, like Saturday mornings are free or something like that. I mean, you guys still do things like that?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I think the hours are 10 to 5, and then on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, it's
free and open to the public. Students are free all of the time, and we're not open on Mondays. We're always closed on Mondays.
All right. Well, the Polk Museum of Art is such a gem in Polk County. To have our own art museum right here in the county is terrific. You don't have to go out to Orlando or all the way over to Tampa. We've got a great museum right here.
We do.
Well, guys, thanks so much for coming on. Tell me about Mid-Florida Mayfair by the Lake. This is going to be a great event.
It is. It's going to be fabulous. May 10th and 11th from 9 to 4 on Saturday and Sunday.
Excellent. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
That's Mid-Florida Mayfair by the Lake. What a great time this is going to be, May 10th and 11th. Of course, they're going to have a great time even afterward that Saturday night, having a big event. Fireworks, you name it. I mean, it's going to be a great time. Of course, it's free to everybody. They're going to have shuttles, so you don't have to worry about parking a mile away and having to walk in the heat all the way over. They've really thought about everything here, and it's a great event to attend. So make sure you head out to Mid-Florida Mayfair by the Lake, happening on May 10th and 11th at Lake Morton in Lakeland. For any more information or for volunteer opportunities, you can contact them at 863-688-7743 or jump onto their website at www.polkmuseumofart.org/Mayfaire. That's Mayfaire with an E.